All right, we'll be right with you on the
You're watching a CBG TV content provider broadcast.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or CBGTV.com. The medical and health information shared does not constitute a physician-patient relationship. It is provided for general informational and educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional care.
You're gonna get so high because we're pot smoking. I said we're getting high because we're pot smoking. We're gonna get so high because we're pot smoking. That's right, we're getting high because we're pot smoking. Good morning, sunshine. How you feeling?
WTHC. Good morning, everybody, and good afternoon to us over here on the East Coast. Dr. High, how are you today? You're looking much better.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm feeling pretty good. Yourself?
I'm high.
You're high.
Yeah. You're a little digitally, but I think that's just because. Are you on your phone again, sir?
I'm always on the phone these days. It's the only thing I can count on to keep me moving.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe to get you a better computer or something. We gotta do something.
There we go.
I might have to start a GoFundMe for myself because mine is always lagging. I don't understand why it's always lagging.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, so how was your night?
If I could figure out how computers worked, I'd be on one instead of my phone.
That's a good point. Good point. I see that what you're saying there.
Yeah.
Lee Hacker is in the building. Hi, Lee Hacker. Welcome in, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here.
Morning, Lee.
How is everybody? Thank you. So how was your night? Everything seems to be
good. I tried to watch Oppenheimer. That movie that was so big that was out when Barbie came out this summer. They were the two biggest movies of the summer.
Right. I heard of it, but I didn't go see it.
Yeah, no, I was watching it on my Fire Stick. Mm-hmm. So, but I kept getting authentication failed, so I'd watch 15, 20 minutes of it, then it would freeze up, and I'd have to back out everything, go back in. So eventually I said, you know what? I'm going to get Lebanese food.
Dr. High, you need to connect your laptop to your cell phone Wi-Fi.
Well, I don't know if that would work because I got super good Wi-Fi here. Like when I check my upload and download speeds, they're like my upload speeds are like 170, 180. My download speeds can be upwards of almost 300. So the speed is very good. What the problem is that this computer doesn't have enough RAM. It has only 4 gigs of RAM, so it means it can't do a lot of processing all at the same time. And
RAM it.
Yeah, when it was just me and you doing the streams, we got away with it most of the time, right? We would freeze occasionally, but not so bad. And that could have been the Wi-Fi because that was Ontario. But now here, it's not the Wi-Fi for sure, but we've added an extra streaming location, and then Garrett's got a couple extra boxes open. So,
yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
We don't call him Garrett, and we don't call him Beaner anymore because we get in trouble for that.
Intern?
Even though it's his last name. No, it's going to be Dumbass, I think. I'm pretty good with Dumbass. He kind of fits in that
You're category. Pretty good with Dumbass.
Yeah.
How's Garrett with Dumbass?
He's shaking his head no, but he doesn't really have much to say. It's kind of like how I just going to refer
to say.
He doesn't
Ah,
say about it because he can pretend his name is Garrett, but I'll be just like, yo, dumbass, get over
that's
here.
it.
I need you for a second, dumbass. Even
So I
though
like,
I'm the dumbass out of the two of us, that's for sure.
well, only when it comes to coffee recently, eh?
Yeah, he is quite intelligent when it comes to all this fancy stuff around here, man.
Yeah, I was looking at computers again this morning.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to make a move.
you're gonna move again.
No, I'm going to have to make a move and pull the trigger and get a computer. That's just all there is to it.
Well, how does Mrs. High feel about that?
Well, neither one of us, especially after her losing a week of work because of the COVID,
Yeah,
that's $1,000 we lose there. So that doesn't help.
right. Well, it doesn't have
But
to be this week, but soon.
yeah, I mean, something's gotta happen, right? Because it's
Maybe
very difficult.
maybe Santa Claus.
Yeah, well, Santa Claus is my own pocket anyway, most of the time. So
Oh,
li-
Mrs.
I
High
don't
and
know.
Santa Claus. I mean, don't
I'm
tell the kids
preparing my. People don't have to do good a GoFundMe. They can just buy some gifts for their loved ones from my Etsy store. That might make all the difference in the world. That way, everybody
Oh,
wins. You know
Christmas
what I mean?
gifts for everybody out of Dr. High's store.
Yeah, I've been
All
working.
those art pictures could be beautiful gifts for everybody.
Well, there's a lot more. Eh? There's hoodies, there's sweatshirts, the All
Hoodies,
Champion brand, there's mugs, there's art, there's all kinds of stuff in there.
mushroom.
So,
I mean, no.
well, there's psilocybin art for sure.
There's dispensary over there too somewhere. I know that.
Oh, there's a dispensary on my website. Yeah,
I know that shit.
yeah,
Um,
that's not.
so
I don't push that too hard, but I've been doing all my Christmas promotional stuff, making all my commercials and that the last couple days, and trying to learn how to upload video onto my website, which I'm so stupid. I wasted a whole day putting up YouTube videos on the website and everything, and none of them will play. None will play simply because I am age restricted. I've age restricted my videos on YouTube. So you can't watch the video unless you sign in to watch the video. So I had to take all those down because you go through the YouTube and all you see is content not available, content not available. So that all come down. But
yeah.
I've kind of figured out how to embed things now.
Whoa.
Well, thank you, Sardell. I appreciate that.
No, she was talking to me.
Oh, okay.
You make
That's
all our
funny.
commercials too. So
Huh?
now Beaner is getting in on. I mean, oh, I said it again. I'm gonna get in trouble. Dumbass has been getting in and on it. No, not dumbass. He still doesn't like dumbass. Well, we're gonna have to figure out something because I
Yeah,
can't
it's difficult for me, right? Have you noticed the change since I've been on the phone? It's very hard for me to stay in the
focus.
same zone, right? Because
Focused.
you're just a little head now. And I like to look at people when I talk to them, and now you can fit right inside of there.
That's what
Huh?
Mississippi says every time she looks at it. It's just a little head.
Just a little head now.
Oh,
What's up, Kyle? How you doing?
Special K is in the building. Did you hear, Dr. High? We have created a band, the WTHC band.
Oh, yeah?
Well, they're not good. They're more of a man band than a band. There's not going to be very much instruments involved.
Just a lot of grunting?
No. There's going to be some actual singing. We have some a group of gentlemen who have we've approached, and we've created a band.
Really?
It's called The Spectrum. Okay.
The full spectrum, it should be.
Well, unfortunately, the full spectrum was taken.
No way.
So it's DA Spectrum.
The spectrum.
The Spectrum. And it is a bunch of our good friends, people I've been friends with for 2 and 3 years now.
Okay.
And there are a bunch of gentlemen who may or may not fall under the spectrum, and they are going to create a band, and Envy and I are going to help them. We're going to learn the word. We have the song written already. We wrote it this morning. It is a beautiful song. We're hoping to debut it sometime in January.
Really?
Oh yeah, and then we're gonna blow the hell out of them, and they're gonna become famous because they have to get their own managers, and they got to get somebody to help them with their social media. But they are gonna blow up with WTHC radio at the same time, and they are gonna
Really?
be amazing. And Uncle Roach is one of them.
Okay.
Uncle Roach joined the group. I don't, Kyle. Kyle is the lead
Yeah.
singer. Well, he's the one that has the biggest voice so far, but we have to get a real practice, and we haven't had a real. Last night, you have to watch last night's episode of In the Clouds because they all came up. And we're hoping for one more contestant, one more member. I have somebody in mind, but I have to speak to them first. We can bring up the video. Oh, you could bring up the video. Dr. High, would you like to see the video from last night?
Why not?
The band first of all, they got together. I'm very impressed because they all got together
What's up,
today.
sir?
And they all, hi, Weedosaurus, buddy, how you doing? They all got together and they were willing to come up last night and practice right here live on TV. And I'm amazed. So they're a great bunch of guys. And if I hear anybody say a word over there, I'll come out there and I'll kick your ass. You understand me? All right. Anyway.
Well, now you got me curious.
Oh, they're amazing. We got some work ahead of us, but Envy can work magic with his little machine over there. And we're going to work with them with their words, and they're going to learn their verses. It's not a long song. It's going to be a good song.
Is it about weed?
No, last night we made them sing the Boys to Men, Everybody, I think, or one of them dudes. Everybody. Yeah, yeah. It was a tryout to see how we did, and it came out pretty good.
Really? This is curious.
There they are on the side.
Curious.
Down on the bottom is my friend Julie. Oh, on the very bottom is our friend Fluffer. He's over there. That's our friend Robert. Yep, he's over there in the crowd. Robert Pillows. Then there's King Julian right above him. Then Uncle Roach.
I see Uncle Roach.
Uncle Roach is the heartthrob. He's going to be the heartthrob of the group because he's got the long hair. It's just automatic.
He's the bad boy.
Well, we called him the bad boy right off the bat, but then I don't know. Somehow he got changed to the heartthrob.
That's probably personal choice.
And then Kyle went with the cool guy. He's the cool guy.
All right.
And that's Kyle. And then of course Envy and I were there. But here we go. This is them singing. Their first attempt.
All right, are we ready?
Let's check it out.
All together now. All together. You have to do it together.
On cue, boys.
Everybody, rock your body. Everybody, rock your body. Right.
Now everybody.
All right.
Dance moves.
Oh my God, we're back again. Brothers, sisters, everybody singing. Trying to bring the flavor so you have. Got a question for you, better answer now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the only one. Yeah. Everybody, you better rock your body now. Everybody.
Come on, put up down there. Yeah. There you go. That's just a small sample of what we have coming. It's going to be amazing. I am very excited. These gentlemen are pumped. They're all excited for it. We all have a goal in mind, and we're going to get there. And they're going to be singing songs about cannabis and how it helps them with everything they need it for. And it's called The Spectrum. And then I'm going to talk to Calligraphy, and I'm going to get them to sign them. And then next year, they're going to open at OVDJ. That's my goal.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yep. And then they're all going to fly in from all over, and they're going to perform at OV. If I can get them ready for it. What can I do for you down there, dork? What are you giving me the finger for?
Mm?
You're not. I definitely saw you giving me the finger.
Is that because you didn't let him in the band?
He wanted to be in it. I was like, no, you have too much on your plate now.
That's right.
Like, come on, hippie. I could be the lead singer.
Huh.
Maybe. If we can't find the lead.
Maybe. What do you mean, what does a ladybug mean?
What is a
Where's Ladybug? Curly Kel's talking about ladybugs. She's on lunch. Must be smoking on the pen.
She's out on the. Oh, it means that somebody's thinking about you. Yeah, now hit it.
Must have been us because we were thinking about you right now.
Yes, we'll be back after these commercial breaks. Commercial.
Have you ever pondered cannabis beyond the haze? Would you like to know more about this incredible plant? Dive into drhigh.com. Unlock medical wonders, master home-based crafts, and debunk myths. Do you support our mission? Shop Dr. High AI Haze on Etsy for cannabis-themed clothing, mugs, and digital downloads using original AI cannabis art. Hell, we might even have some psychedelic mushroom items there too. We also have 25 books on cannabis and specific medical conditions available at Dr. High on Amazon.com. drhigh.com, cannabis information, education, and advocacy.
Announcing CBGTV's Bud Break book. Get your copy now. Detailed strain reviews. Every purchase supports the ongoing efforts of CBGTV. Available from Amazon and at cbgtv.com or scan the QR code.
Say bye-bye to bottled water. Holistic Health Water has certified medical-grade water ionizers that make 7 types of water, including healthy alkaline. There's a 5-micron filter that lasts up to a year, and each machine lasts 25 to 30 years. Simply attach to your faucet or install under your sink. Even get a mineral spa unit for your shower. Go to ownyourwater.org to get a free ebook. Plus, pay for any machine in full and get an extra filter free. Change your water and change your life. Ownyourwater.org.
Discover the natural path to wellness at Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Herbs?
With a passion for holistic health, we are your trusted source for premium herbs and concentrates.
Wait a minute, do they have weed?
Our dedicated team is here to guide you on your wellness journey. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 10, ensuring you have access to what you need when you need it most. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates is located
Their pot
2941 Highway 11, Burnt Church, New Brunswick, Canada. If you need assistance anytime,
I need assistance. I need weed.
Just call 506-871-4299. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Where all the potheads go.
WTHC. Welcome back. You're hanging with the hippie and Dr. High. We are the Cannabis Chronicles. You can check us out every day, Monday through Friday, right here on Facebook and YouTube or on CBG TV. Yeah, that's right.
Is that your celebrity crush, Kyle?
I think so, by the looks of it.
Selena Gomez?
But by the time we become famous, Kyle, she's probably going to be in her late 70s or 80s, as well as us. So,
and you know, Kyle, once you get famous like that, you don't need a girlfriend because you can have a new girlfriend every day.
Every day is a new girlfriend.
Every day, every city.
So, hi, Vern. How are you, sweetie? Good
Vern.
To see you.
It's been a while since I've seen Vern. How are you, Vern?
Vern has been under the weather. Speaking of under weather, our friend Andrew as well. Our friend Andrew has got the flu and pneumonia. So prayers to him. We love him. Vern might be on the same path because she said she tested negative for COVID, but she's got something. All right.
Well, anyway. I'll tell you, the COVID's rough, man. I'm 11 days and it's still not entirely gone. No girlfriend.
No
girlfriend for Kyle?
No girlfriend for Kyle. Vern.
Oh, Kyle.
Piece of that shit. Vern wants a piece of that shit. So yeah.
Oh, could be.
Yeah. So she's
Could be.
can't have a girlfriend because I'm married and I want a piece of that shit.
Well, that might be why she's counseling against one, to keep her options open.
Right. That's what I'm
Could
thinking.
be.
And she's under a fever, so she might be hallucinating by saying that she's interested in Kyle. Vern and Kyle sitting in the tree. Oh no, that's not nice. Vern is a married woman. Kyle, keep your hands off her. Anyway, so Dr. High, I have a story here.
Cool.
My friend Steve sent it to me all the way from Australia, and I know he was staying up to talk about it, to hear us talk about it. So,
G'day, Steve.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to interrupt our fun here for a second.
Our regularly scheduled broadcast for some
breaking Australian news. Yes, in the cannabis industry.
Cannabis news from down under coming at you.
Yeah. So it says, and you got to excuse me, I can't really read Australian, so it's going to be tough. All right. Parliamentary petitions requesting random drug testing laws. Hold on, I got a booger.
Oh, I thought you had to say cunt. You got to put cunt in about 6 times.
Say cunt
for every. Well, you're in America,
right?
That's why I'm just going to say it once. But if you're going to talk Australian and read Australian, you have to punctuate it.
Say cunt
with
a lot.
this word.
I've never heard Steve say that word. Anyway,
you haven't talked to him long enough.
Laws provide exemptions for THC prescribed by a doctor. We're excited to be supporting parliamentary petitions launched in NSW, Victoria, now
Victoria, New South Wales.
New South Wales, I was just going to say, Victoria, and Queensland, requesting that random drug testing laws provide exemptions for THC prescribed by a doctor. This is a significant step in forward in existing laws. This is a significant step forward as existing laws are inadequate and severely impacting tens of thousands of medical cannabis patients who take legally prescribed medications, are unimpaired, and can drive safely. If you not based in New South Wales.
North South Wales, NSW.
NSW, yeah, Victoria or Queensland, you can support the petition here. Oh, fucking Christ's sake, Steve, what did you send me? You sent me to sign a petition? I thought this was a fucking story, bro. Petition, but
well, it is a story.
Should have told me, bro. I'll sign the petition.
Well, I mean, it's only logical, right? That if you're a medical cannabis patient, then you need to be exempt from certain regulations surrounding THC, right? If cannabis is illegal for all but medical purposes, then as a patient who's been prescribed cannabis by a doctor,
right? And again,
you should be exempt.
And what I'm going to say here is that I feel as though Stephen is being ripped off with his amount that he's allowed to partake in every day. They're basically giving him like a gram a day or something like that. And that is not enough for my man. My man's up all night.
Well, what I'd like to understand is, like if we could talk or find out about 10 patients in Australia, and are they all at a gram a day, or are some of them at 10 grams a day, some at 30 grams a day, some at 1 gram a day?
Professional pot smoker, I'm pretty sure he's from Australia as well. And then we have Steve, so we're building up our Australian listenership.
That's what would have me curious, right? Because it's very difficult to get a perspective on the situation when we only are talking to one individual about their experience. Are others having a different experience? Could it perhaps just be the doctor
maybe we'll have
dealing with, or is it the system? That's what I'd like to understand.
Yeah, maybe we'll have the dork make a commercial asking from anybody from Australia to come to see us, and we want to talk to them about marijuana. So,
how are you, Samantha?
Hi, Sam. How are you,
sweetie? Yeah, I mean,
Well,
it's interesting, right? Because it's hard to get the sample. Like if we were talking to Canadians, we could talk to enough people with prescriptions. If we're talking about Americans, we know enough people who have prescriptions that we can see the differences, right? But
I think that
with Australia, we only have the kind of one perspective at the moment.
Steve is kind of a loner, unfortunately. He seems to be alone a lot, and I don't like that. And he gets depressed and sad a lot, and I
Well,
don't
he
like
may live
that.
in the outback,
And
where
he's hurt. He's hurt bad, and he needs the damn medicine. And it makes me sad that he can't get his medicine.
But I guess it's the middle of the night for him, so that's tough. But I'd be curious as to what kind of conversation he's had with his doctor about the fact that this gram a day isn't adequate to meet his medical need.
Well, that's what I was talking to him about the last time. I said, you need to tell your doctor that that is not enough, that you need a way more than that. And I don't know if he's allowed to get more than that, or, there's a
that's what I'm trying to understand.
It's not even really the language barrier, is that he's got a very deep and muffled voice. And when I have the music playing in my head, it's very hard for me to hear him. So I can't have a good conversation with him hardly ever.
Right.
But he's a great guy, and I hate seeing him in the pain that he's in all the time. And it drives me nuts because he has the right to smoke it legally by medical, but I think it's like 1 or 2 grams a day. I mean, that's a joint or 2 joints a day if you're.
Well, yeah. And I mean,
and he's trying to go through the night, and the nighttime is when it's the worst. He can't get no sleep. The man stays up all night, tossing and turning in pain. Like our friend.
Will they I mean, does he have a choice to use edibles or flour or?
I really don't know offhand. I mean, I really don't know what they do over there yet. It doesn't seem like he's here. He may have fallen asleep. He was trying to stay up for the show, but he hasn't commented yet. He might wake up if I scream, "Ah!" No, it didn't work.
Because part of it could be because he's not doing it appropriately, right? Because when you smoke a joint, we know that a joint only lasts for so long, right? Like, I think a typical cannabis user, when they smoke a joint, you can expect about, an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of experience, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well, I think that's probably about average for most people.
If you're just getting high, yeah, and you're waiting, yeah, I can see that. But as a medical patient, an hour, and I need to re up my dose because the pain is starting to come back in my back and my legs.
Okay, so then it stands to reason that smoked cannabis before bedtime would only alleviate your condition for that short period of time. So if Steve had access to edibles and he's able to respond to like a capsule or something like that, the best course of action for him would be to take that capsule prior to bedtime, smoke a joint for that first, to get to sleep, and then have that edible in there to help him stay asleep.
Right. We were discussing that. And like I said, Steve is, like I said, it's not hard. It's not easy because we're on like opposite shifts of the world. We don't get to see each other as often. He stays up as late as he can to hang with us. He loves WTHC radio. Big fan.
Right. I mean, we see him in the show sometimes, so we know it's got to be.
Yeah, it's in the
but maybe he's up because he's in pain, right? He can't sleep.
Up because he's in pain. He can't sleep. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
So we were discussing it, but I mean, what is he going to get? 1 gummy rope for the month?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I took a look one day at the products on offer in Australia, and they seem to have a wide variety of product available in the medical thing, like from edibles to dried flower to some concentrates,
right?
RSO and such.
Right.
But I wonder how it works for him. I just doing a little bit of quick research while we were talking about Steven's situation. And from what I'm seeing, it says in Australia, medical cannabis prescriptions are often quantified in terms of dosage, which can include specific measurements in grams per day, especially for forms like dried cannabis flower. However, the approach to dosing can vary based upon the type of product and patient's condition. So when they're talking about dry flower, which is often used for vaporization, doctors typically specify the amount in grams per day. The actual amount can vary greatly depending on the patient's needs and tolerance.
Right.
So
So
what
I
that
think that
tells
when
me,
Steve went there, he was a little nervous, a little shy. He didn't express his pain enough. He didn't tell them enough about what he's suffering with. But because he doesn't know, what he's supposed first time ever, who the hell knows?
right?
If they have a pharmacist like mine, the guy was like, "Yeah, just go buy your weed." Yeah. I was like, "Oh, all right, thanks." And I
Yeah.
walked up to the counter with no clue what I was even looking at. Shatter, batter, butter, this, that, the other thing. I'm like,
Well, yeah, and there's so many different names for it, but really, it's all kind of irrelevant, right? Concentrates need to be
right,
consumed in one way, dried flower is consumed in another,
right.
couple of
But when
ways,
it all
right?
comes
So
down to it, it's all about the terpene
yeah,
platform or whatever you call it, the
yeah,
terpene layout or
and depending on the method of extraction and the conditions under which that was done, concentrates will have a higher percentage of terpenes and things of that nature, right? Because in 1 gram in a concentrate, you might have 6, 7, 8% terpenes.
I think Steve needs to win a dab rig over here at WTHC Radio
That's it.
someday when I can afford
Well,
it.
you
And
know,
then he'll have a nice dab rig because right now he's smoking out of a soda bottle, I think, or something, like a bong made out of a soda bottle or no, something else. I think he upgraded since then, but
he should just be vaping.
he does no, he gets flour. That's what I'm saying. He
Yeah,
gets
but he can vape flower.
yeah, why would he want to do that? That's gross.
It's not gross. You have that opinion, but it's not true of many people.
I'm not
Many
gonna
people don't feel the same way.
I'm not gonna
Huh?
recommend it to anybody. I
Well,
mean,
that's why you're not Dr. High, right?
I guess I will if no, but I would recommend it to Lori because Lori needs it because her lungs are not doing well. But
It's better for everybody.
if I could get he says you, but I think it tastes crappy.
Listen, from a physiological point of view, it is a safer method of delivery than smoking combustible plant.
I get it. What
Plain and simple. I'm not talking about it should work better for you. I'm just talking about the healthiest way to consume it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but from what I was just seeing about the dried flower and the way they're prescribing in Australia, the doctor appears to have some discretion in the amount that is prescribed. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Australian system has a lot of similarities to Canada because Australia and Canada do have a tremendous amount of similarity as far as the way the governments operate and things of that nature. And I know that a lot of the medical cannabis export from Canada does go to Australia. So I wouldn't be surprised. So I think what Steve really needs to do is have a real conversation with me so I can help him understand what he needs to speak to the doctor about.
Right.
To make that visit and have the right kind of conversation with the doctor.
But what if over there it isn't like that? What if the doctor gives you, like, all right, so you say you got a little bit of crazy going on, and they say, all right, you're qualified, so you get your card, but this is how much, and this is it. So you don't get no more,
Steve's not going to see the doctor because of psychological issues. He's going for physical, right? Of chronic pain, right? So that's a whole different thing, right? When you're talking about mental disorders, anxiety, depression, PTSD, stuff like that, it's open to subjective, right? Like, because it's very hard for a patient to convey their state of mind to a doctor and a doctor to be able to say, oh, exactly, right? Like, because it affects people all in kind of different subtle ways. But chronic pain is chronic pain. So it would be addressed from a doctor's standpoint in a different way of assessing, right? Than they can assess the mental because it's physical. So it has a different way to be assessed, right? So if it's chronic pain that Steve's using it for, then I think he just simply needs to talk to the doctor and explain to him that what he would like to do is have a little bit of flour to use during the day, and then the ability to use edibles at night, capsules, right, to get that full night's sleep because the medicine will take that period of 6 or 8 hours to get through his body. So I think that would be really the next evolution in Steve's attempt to use cannabis as a form of relief, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the path we're on, but it's getting the doctor to get him more, and having Steve be able to speak up for himself and tell him that this is not my best quality of life and I need more. Like.
Well, that's the whole thing, right? I mean, the doctor has the responsibility to do right by you.
Sister, I hope she's doing well. I'm sorry, Dr. High.
Oh no, absolutely, that's important. I hope that Wheatus Source's sister is on the mend and things are improving for you, and some of the stress has come off the family.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off though. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem. No, but that's the thing, right? Like, I would really enjoy a conversation with Steve. One, to understand his mindset and how he feels about talking to the doctor, what he has spoken with the doctor about, how he's emphasized his needs, right? Because, like, a doctor's got the responsibility to do right by you, but a doctor can't do right by you if he doesn't understand.
Well, you just made me recognize something, like these psychological doctors that you would call them, shrinks and them guys. So like, you go to school this time for a guessing game in the long run, right? I guess that's basically it. Like,
yeah, somewhat.
You're like,
because there's so many different ways to manifest, right?
Maybe you're bipolar.
Yeah. But bipolar, I think, is something they should be able to test for because it's a chemical thing. Right? So when you're talking about a chemical imbalance in the body, then there should be a method of diagnosing that through a test that tests chemical.
Well, is there a test for that?
Right?
I had a long discussion with my wife about me not being bipolar, and she feels as though I am.
Well, I mean, there should be a way to determine that chemically.
I feel like my wife walked in and spoke to the doctor. She called and made the appointment and told my doctor. And I walked in, and within 15 minutes, my man had me walking out the door with 36 pills.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Did you ever think that you might be bipolar?" And I was like, "I don't even know what the bipolar is."
And how many times when somebody's on psych meds, do they have to change their meds?
I said, I never had an issue until I met this bitch. Now all of a sudden I'm bipolar. Coincidence? I think not. Not this bitch. I mean, I love her very much. She's my bitch. But anyway, long story short, I got questions, Dr. High. Oh God. Here we go.
Shoot, Kyle, pop into the chat. We'll talk about them.
Shoot him, Kyle. Shoot him into the chat, buddy.
That's right. No, but that's the thing, right? Because everybody, like, one person gets PTSD from being in the military. Somebody else gets it from a car accident. Somebody else gets it because they were assaulted as a child. Somebody else, you know what I mean? So PTSD can be obtained through many different events in life, but does it manifest its same for each individual person? Probably not. And that's why for doctors, it's a guessing game.
Like I said, line cooking PTSD. I have that for sure. Yeah. I did that for a very long time, and I got PTSD. I got TikTok PTSD from bananas. I got that from getting too much
PTSD.
I do. I think we have a class action lawsuit, man. I have been bananaed so many times by them mother truckers. I'm like, I don't even want to look at a banana. I have flashbacks. Like, no, not another banana. No. Anyway, but what I was going to say is, like, my wife and I, we argue about this all the time. Like, how does she know how much pain I'm in?
Well, she doesn't.
Right. So,
but nobody knows. Only you know.
Losing
because
battle.
There's no way to convey that to another individual.
Right. So when she complains that I have a problem with smoking too much medicine, I kind of try to explain to her that, with the addictive personality that I was born with, unfortunately, I think that pills is not the right way for me to go. So I'm going to battle my pain with marijuana And then marijuana prices are through the roof here in my lovely state of Pennsylvania.
Well,
And that's
everywhere
why,
in that side of the border it is.
that's why she's ornery about it, is because it can cost in upwards of $400, $500, $600, $700, depending on, the week and how, the sales and the deals,
Yep.
and it's an hour from me. So who wants to go there every day? Not me. So I buy for 2 weeks or a month, See?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it adds up. I mean, it's not easy, right?
It's real. TikTok PTSD is real.
I don't know. I never get to stay on TikTok long enough to ever get it because they're always stopping my shit and telling me I'm against community standards. I put up the high Q. I put up the high Q post on TikTok the other day for the game show. And no hashtags, no nothing, just the fucking image. And they took it down saying it's against community standards. So
that's why we
I'm
don't
about to delete that Chinese app right out of my phone.
That's why they have fallen, and they are going to be gone soon because they suck. They're a bunch of jerks.
That's it, right?
Hate them. I hate them. Hate them. Hate them. I hate them.
See, now Kyle says, what are some strains of weed that'll help someone who's up?
And I'm going to interrupt you for a second because Tom, we call him Tom. His name is Tom in the group when he sings.
Tom?
Kyle. We call him, hi, I'm Tom. Hi, I'm Tom. Hi, I'm Tom. Don't forget it. He's from 51st Dates with Adam Sandler when they meet the guy that
with Drew Barrymore.
Kyle's memory. He asks us this once a week. Kyle, we're happy to tell you again, buddy. It is Charlotte's Web. Right? Go on, Dr. High. I know
why high CBD is good for autism.
Mm-hmm. Well, he wants
what you want to find the most balanced strains, I think, because like with cannabis strains, it's really difficult to say because everybody is different, right? Everybody's different. Everybody reacts differently. So what I'm going to tell you, Kyle, is what I tell everybody that I talk to about this who are trying to find strains. When you get a cannabis that you like, keep a little notebook, write down the strain of the cannabis, write down the information off the label of the cannabis. What's there? THC, CBD, CBG. Write all those things down every time you get a strain that you like. And then when you get a strain that you don't like, you don't have to write it down because you don't want to get it a second time. And then over a period of time, a couple of months, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you're going to be able to look at these strains of cannabis that you've purchased that you like and start to see if there are similarities between them. Do they all have myrcene, or do they all have beta-caryophyllene, or are they all around 18 or 19% THC and 2% CBD? Or, you know what I mean? You have to kind of keep track, because if you don't keep track, you'll never know.
And for the remember price of $9.99, you can get one of them tracker things right over at Dr. High's website.
Well, yeah, you could, but I'm not suggesting that you have to do that. You can just do it in a notebook yourself.
How much are they really? I don't know.
They're like $7.50 or something.
Oh, $7.50. That's not bad, Kyle.
It's for a lifetime, right? Because basically, once you have the file, you can just print the pages at will because you own the pages.
Print it out. Yeah, and then
you could use it for the rest of your life, theoretically.
You could just build your book forever. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Everybody should go check them out over there at drhigh.com, right? It's drhigh.ca or
no, it's Dr. High AI Haze on Etsy.
$750.
Nothing near that. And a matter of fact, well, you don't need the cultivation one, but just the medical tracking journal. You just get yourself a binder from the dollar store, and you print the pages as you need them, and you punch 3 holes in them, stick them in the binder, and you can keep a record of everything you consume and what you liked or didn't like, or, it's really a good way to track when you're using for medicine.
All right, we'll be right back after this commercial break from our wonderful sponsors. Don't forget, Tailored Herbs and Concentrates. If you go over there today and you tell them the strain of the day, Super Lemon
Haze. I heard that this morning.
You go
that
tell
made me
Pothead.
smile.
Yep, you go in, you tell Pothead today. She's over there. You say Super Duper Lemon Haze, and you're going to get yourself a free pre-roll.
It is my favorite.
Herbs and Concentrates. There you go. Head on over there, Dr. High. Hit it! Badger Heart Puppetry. Badger Heart Puppetry. Badger Heart Puppetry. If you need some kick-ass puppets, contact Forge at 1-636-234-1535. He has all your puppet needs. He can fix puppets, build puppets, custom-made puppets. He has puppets off the rack for cheap prices. Contact Forge today at 1-636-234-1535 or on TikTok or Facebook at Badger Heart Puppetry. He also makes LARPing items too.
Are you in the Ellensville or Middletown, New York area? Revamp your space with Collins Paints Ltd. Ugly walls? Like Collins Paints Ltd. Add a splash of color to your world. Collins Painting is a veteran-owned and operated business. They can transform your space to whatever your heart desires. Say goodbye to the boring beige and hello to possibilities of bright and vibrant colors. The Collins Painting team are a group of skilled professional painters who will turn your vision into reality. Call Collins Paint Ltd. today to get a fast and easy quote. Available Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call them at 845-869-8176.
Hey, Mrs. Hippie, why don't we take a ride to Dauphin, PA today?
Dauphin? What's in Dauphin?
Bella's Badass Crystals.
Oh, but I thought you hang out with them on Facebook and on TikTok.
That's only on Mondays, Tuesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Today I want to go there and pick up all my great finds.
That sounds like a great road trip. That's Bella's Badass Crystals on TikTok and Facebook, but you can also find them at the top of the mountain in Dauphin, PA. They are badass.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you looking to have some crocheted made by hand stuff like your Grammy used to do for you? Then you need to check out You Have Me Hooked 23 on Etsy and TikTok. Vern can do what you need. She crochets hats, she crochets animals, everything, anything you may need. She also makes vinyl stickers, banners for your business. Anything that you might want that she can do, she can definitely do it for you. Want an I Hate My Ex sticker? She's got you covered. Anything, and I mean anything that you may need. She has cheap and reasonable prices. Check her out. You Have Me Hooked 23 on Etsy and TikTok.
WTHC. Sorry, I yawned right when it's time to come back on. I was like, oh, there it is.
That's the way it works.
Anyway, welcome back. Good afternoon, everybody. You're watching the Cannabis Chronicles. I'm Da.Hippie. That's Dr. High. We are high. I am anyway. Are you high?
A little bit.
High. How did your first joint go yesterday after the illness?
Oh, I never got around to it.
You never did it, huh? You went
clean. Just
clean. How many days clean are you right now on a
Well, no, because I still puffing on my pens every day. Got my Bruce Banner, my Sour Diesel.
Even through the hardest days of COVID?
Oh yeah.
You still were taking hits, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to.
Yeah, I'll choke for a good cause.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean? It's a long enough day without being able to get high.
Where can Kyle find some Charlotte's Web?
Well, you'd have to Google that.
Yeah, I don't. You have to look at your dispensaries near you.
Yeah.
If they even have it out there, you might not even have it. You might have to go to Dr. High's dispensary. He might have some Charlotte Web.
No, I have no Charlotte's Web.
No,
but yeah, it's THCA flower there, just like all the others. But really, what you'd want to do, Kyle, for something like that is you look at your dispensary's website online, and you might not find Charlotte's Web, but what you want to look for is high CBD flower. That will get you something like Charlotte's Web. I think Charlotte's Web is like around 20 to 1. So, you know, if you had 1 milligram THC, it would be 20 milligrams CBD. Basically, that's what the 20 to 1 is. You won't find a lot of strains out there with that kind of ratio, but you might find some good close to 1 to 1s. But the higher the CBD, the better. It's just not easy to find full CBD flower these days.
Would it behoove Kyle to just pick up a bag of CBD when he goes to the dispensary, and every once in a while just roll up a doobie of CBD and smoke it instead of the regular, or smoke CBD on a regular, and then when he wants to catch that little buzz on Fridays,
So what
Saturdays,
do you mean, like
Sundays,
like we used to do in the old days, to take your joint and sprinkle some CBD isolate right into the joint?
No. Kyle doesn't really smoke Monday through Friday during work days
Okay.
because of his job. He doesn't want to, be
Right.
irresponsible. So he tries to control it during the week.
Well, Kyle, have you ever tried edibles?
Ugh.
Has he ever tried edibles?
I don't know. I'm not his belly.
Not his belly. I want to know if they work for him.
Oh, no, but listen, if you listen to me, so what I'm saying is Kyle should pick up or make his own CBD. He hate edibles. I hate edibles, he said.
Why?
I don't know, because he's crazy.
Well, I'm asking Kyle why.
Because he's crazy. So what I'm saying is, if he picked up a bag of just CBD or a vape cartridge of CBD or a bottle of juice of CBD, and then he just got weed for the weekends, he could CBD during the week, Monday through Friday, make him feel better and calm, because Kyle sometimes gets angry, especially when the hippie is picking on him. He doesn't like that for some reason. So
sometimes people don't.
no, I'm just kidding. He loves me. He loves me. But he, like, I want him to be comfortable throughout the week, but not be high. You know what I mean? And I feel like if he was to just get CBD and take CBD every day, and then on the weekends when he's ready to party like a rock star, that's when he goes and he takes that, because CBD will help with rage, right? It'll help keep you calm.
Well, yeah. I mean, but you wouldn't want just straight CBD. Like, really, for Kyle, he could get something that's, like two-thirds CBD, 1/3 THC, or
try to explain this to you again, sir. Hold on one second, Dr. High. So the landlord says no to THC during the week, and he could do CBD maybe, if we could convince the landlord to maybe opening up his experiences a little further, and CBD will help. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry, but I get what you're saying with the THC, but I don't know if mom is going to let him put THC in and then be going to work. I know that it's even a small amount, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because you can get some tinctures and stuff like that from the dispensary that are very high in CBD with just a little bit of THC, because as we know, whole plant medicine works
what
best.
We need to do, what we really need to do, Dr. High, is we need to have Kyle and his mom come on one day and sit down with us and talk, because she's open to it, I think. And we could have a conversation about helping Kyle get through the week, because there's times during the week where he gets frustrated and angry easily. And
what about, what about after
CBD
work?
would definitely.
What about after work?
Like
is he allowed
Monday,
after work?
Is that
not
me
Monday
or
to
is
Friday?
that him? Yeah,
know.
Usually he tries to stay away from it Monday through Friday. Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. It's not. I don't think it's me.
Okay.
It's only when you're talking.
And a couple of things we could do, Kyle, is I would absolutely talk to your mom, no problem.
Tomorrow,
I have no problem
Friday.
with that
Do we
at all.
have anybody on tomorrow? You can't verify it with mom yet, right? And is mom
Yeah.
home at this time of the day, or is she working? We might have to wait until mom is available, buddy.
Yeah. And then what I would like to do is look at your dispensary, where you get your medicine from, so I can look at them online and look at some products that might be really appropriate for you.
I think
to
that
try during the week.
Yeah, I think that his landlord / mom, she works, but she also is the one that does the purchasing of the medicine for Kyle. Like he'll give her some
so it's his mom that goes to the dispensary.
I think she's his caregiver when it comes to that situation. So, she goes in and makes the purchases and brings it home. And he's very happy with what she's been bringing home. He gets good strains all the time. He tells me all the time some of them are kicking his ass. But Kyle needs some stuff that, and I'm not saying this because he's ever been angry with me. I'm just saying because he's talked to me about it in the past. And he gets very angry at points. I think it's because of his TBI, which could lead to anger outbursts,
Well, I could send his mom the book about cannabis and traumatic brain injury. That would be no problem. I would send her a copy of that in a blink.
Yep.
No trouble at all.
Good afternoon, Frank. How are you? Good to see you.
How you doing, Frank? Yeah, I would send
his
mom
girl
the book.
on. When are we going to get his girl on? Elena, right? Elena.
Yeah,
Elena.
But I'd be happy to talk with Kyle's mom. No problem at all. I'd send her the book, and then I wouldn't mind to look at the product that's available where he's getting up his medicine.
Right. This is what we're all about, guys. So if
we could find something that would work perhaps during the week without causing any kind of impairment, so Kyle could go to work on a full mind, right, without being at any disadvantage because he's high or anything like that. And then he could maintain his regular weekend routine.
Kyle, don't put your mom's info there. We'll talk to you afterwards, and we'll get in touch with mom. You know what I mean? You don't want to put your mom's name out there.
No.
Might as well put her social security number there too, dumbass.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'll talk to your mom. I'm not afraid of her. You might be afraid of her, but I'm not afraid of her.
Well, it's not about fear. It's about
no. I mean, I'm just messing with Kyle.
Like, we don't know how much research his mom has done. We don't know what the conversations have been between her and the doctor about Kyle's particular situation. We don't know these things, right? So
absolutely, I agree 100%.
Yeah,
he's not afraid of her. Okay, you're not afraid of her either. All right. I am not afraid of her. Hi, Mr. Slow. How are you over there on YouTube? Everybody checking in from YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much. Please like, subscribe, share. Bang,
you know what? I get like one view on all my videos, and I think it's probably Mr. Slow. So thank you.
I
think you're the only one that views the videos on my YouTube channel. Being my big 8 subscribers.
Bro. We hit the 150 something mark now. We're into like the almost 155 million followers. Can you believe it?
That's fun.
1 million followers. Anyway,
1 million.
I think it's just about time for our Zen moment of the day.
It is, and I just sent it to you, so you got it there, Garrett. Just check your emails. Zen moment number 13. No, thank you,
Talk about the things they're gonna say when they see me, and when they see me, they just dap me up and say good to meet me. I keep it going, flowing over this and make it look easy for me to say I do this every day of the week. I'm eager to be the one they talk about when all said and done with it. I'm the feature that they want, but then they don't when I come with it. I'm a scene, still a seat, filler, blow up the numbers, and I ain't leaving no crumbs, so you know when I'm done with it. I'm a new school vibe with an oh so great. Stay paid by the boatload, don't go chasing a wave. I'm a rowboat, blow smoke right through the face of the ozone. Oh no, I got the bag, I'm back to just double it. I'm about to pop the top, I've been bubbling. They want the spot, but I do not cut them in. They tryna plot my drop, they been huddling.
fine. She's so fine. She's so fine, fine, fine. She's really sweet, the finest girl you ever want to meet.
She's so Scooby-Doo-ba-Doo-ba-Doo. Oh, hey, we're back. Welcome back. That is the Zen moment of the day. I want to thank so much for everything he does for us. He's amazing. And
you can just see the joy.
Oh, my God. I don't understand why he always...
joy in his face while he does it. He just loves it, and we love it. So it's beautiful.
You have to show me his titties every day, though.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't like to look at
you
titties.
You show off your little appendage on the regular.
That's true. Good point. All right,
Iron Lung Master. Yes, Master Zen Wushu Iron Lung.
Master.
That is perfect. I'm going to have to make him up an Iron Lung graphic.
Yeah, Iron Lungs.
Yeah. I
Well,
tell you, I
don't
couldn't do it.
Cough afterwards, you know. Cut the video, and he's
we never hear that part. No.
I'm dying. Anyway, so I got some news for you, Dr. High. The world over here. I made some executive decisions without you over here at WTHC Radio.
Okay.
And I popped this one on Garrett. Garrett, you want to come up here and talk about this for a minute? Come on down.
Sure.
All right. So this is going to be happening in the very near future.
Hold on, it's not 420. You're not on the stoner break yet, Garrett. Back to work.
420 break. We're
back
working.
to work.
We're just conversating. So I made some decisions. Garrett is his podcast is being moved. The whole Breakfast Bud. They're renaming, and they're gonna move to the afternoon. They're gonna be from 2:00 until 4:00. Garrett is officially gonna be on the radio from now on. He'll be a host on the radio. His show will be an official radio podcast. It'll be 2 hours long, where he can play music if he has the music, and he is going to be the wrap-up show for the Cannabis Chronicles and the Hippie and White Mike show from 8 a.m. until 8 a.m. until noon, and then our show as well. So it'll be kind of like a wrap-up show of our show and Mike and my show from the morning.
There you go.
And then he can have us on as guests periodically. We can pop
so
in.
It won't be the Breakfast Buds no more.
No, it's probably going to be like lunch with the dumbasses or something. But what? I'll let him come up with the name. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm leaning towards lunch with the dumbasses.
Is that it?
But yeah, and as long as everybody is,
the afternoon grind.
Whatever, we'll come up with a good name. Yeah, I like that. That's not bad. A grinder.
The afternoon grind.
What's shaking in your grinder? What's shaking in your grinder? There you go.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's very exciting. And then so then like White Mike and I are going to be doing the radio show in the morning. It's going to be more of a talk and make you laugh and music radio show in the morning from 8 a.m. until noon. We are going to talk about everything and anything. You never know what's going to come out of our mouths. So that should be entertaining. And then I'll be joining you at noon every day. And from noon until 2, you and I. And then from 2 until 4, we got Dumbass and his gang. And then from there, Lee Hacker will come on at 4. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to go.
Dumbass and his gang. Now, there's another title for the show.
Dumbass
and his gang.
We'll come up with something.
Dumbass
Where do these come from, Garrett?
I'm not sure.
I put in dumbass on the thing, and that's what's coming up on Chat GPT.
There you go. That makes sense.
Chat GPT is amazing. It comes up with great names.
It does. That's how we got
Chat GPT. All right, there we go. There's your shout out, Chat GPT. Hit me up for my paycheck, you bitches.
Right? No shit.
There you go.
Anyway, all right, get out of here. I'm done with you. So he's gonna be he's gonna be doing a wrap-up show of our show. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
There you go.
I think it'll be fun. He'll be funny. He's funny to look at, so that'll be good, you know. So
yeah, that'll be interesting.
How's
hey, Elena? How are you?
8 p.m. tonight with me and Envy. I think we are booked. We're booked, right? We have a booking already, unfortunately. How's right now?
Bush talk. That would have worked good back in the 70s. Hey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would have been easy to do a show named Bush Talk back
Sorry,
then.
I was reading, and then I thought of something I need. Envy, check your email, sir. I sent you a couple emails. I'm not going to take any credit. Lee Hacker came up with the wonderful lyrics for our band, the Spectrum. So that's going to be amazing. Hi, Corinne. How are you?
Hey, Corinne.
Oh, you're on our way to an appointment. All right, well, we got to set it up. So, because I really want you, Envy and I, we talk about crazy stuff. I really want to talk to you about your story here with Dr. High. So we got to set it up for a day, maybe during the holiday break where everybody's off a little more often, where we can get you on for the 2 hours or an hour and a half or whatever and get you in here and talk to you.
So who's inviting me over for turkey dinner? That's what I want to know.
You have an open invitation to my house, bruh. Come on down.
Two big boys at the table. Your kids don't stand a chance, brother.
I don't care. They don't even live here anymore. I kicked them out.
They'll get the neck and the gizzards.
You can have that shit. That was my.
I don't want that shit.
Oh, my.
I'm a breast man all the way through when it comes to turkey.
All right, Frank and Elena, definitely set it up with Garrett. Just set it up. Garrett's in charge of that shit. He's building.
I want to know what the Bushman Bob is saying. He says I was right about all the different varieties of THC. Is that a conversation I missed in the chat over the last couple of days because I couldn't see it, or what's that story?
I don't know. Bushman
What's
Bob
that story, Bob?
Bob might be high.
Well, let's hope. You got to be high if you want to spend 2 hours a day with us.
Watching this shit, yeah.
You got to be. You got to be. You got to be.
I'm in a great mood because I am so excited for our new band, The Spectrum.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be interesting.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of work. I'm not saying it's not going to be a lot of work.
You know what you should evolve towards, right? Is America's Got Talent.
Well, first,
AGT makes superstars.
Well, first, I'm going to get in touch with my friend. She's a voice coach for the Stars, and I'm going to have her work with them. And then from there, we're going to go and we're going to see where we can go from there. This is no joke. This is the real deal.
Right.
These boys are going to become famous.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. I'm manifesting it now.
You're going to dress them all up like Motown?
Well, we haven't decided on that yet. We barely got a name, bro.
Well, come on. You got to put the whole act together.
It only
now
started.
It's more about the show than the music.
But it only started one night, man. I hadn't even got a chance to talk to many of them. I saw that was the first time I saw. I don't know. Kyle was in the back earlier, but anyway, we're gonna work. We got practice later. We're building. We're gonna build a whole room for Discord just for them, so they can go in and practice. And we're gonna record. We're gonna record them when they're ready to sing.
Nice.
And he's gonna work some magic.
Well, that's the thing, right? Anymore, like that's one of the things that kind of kept me away from ever liking hip hop and rap all that much. Is that when you see these performances live, they just can never do the same thing that they've done on their recordings. Never comes out quite as good, right? Not like you go see a lot of artists in other genres, and what you've heard in the recording is very closely matched in a live performance. But I find a lot of the hip hop in that they're just not able to capture it the same way, you know.
Envy says the old school guys can, the new guys can't.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah. No, they can't, and that's why you got so many like kind of one hit shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but all we need is one hit, bruh, and we're gonna be rich.
Well, you do only need one anymore. That's
Right.
for sure.
Right.
That's
So
for sure. It does only take one.
We're going for it. The Spectrum is going to be the next top upcoming band, and then they're going to open and close for us. They're going to be part of our opening. They're going to get up.
Who's opening?
They're going to be part of a video that we play before we go live every day. And
yeah,
they're going to be the WTHC, the Cannabis Chronicle dancers. I think I see it. I can vision it now.
You're gonna put them in weed suit bikinis.
We're gonna have them. They're gonna have weed suits. Yeah, they're gonna all be weed suit heroes. They are already all weed suit heroes, man. So, as far as I'm concerned, they're all amazing. So, all amazing people. I love them. So, we're gonna work together, and we're gonna do everything we can to help them build up their social media platforms, and then we're gonna make them become famous. Everybody's gonna know who they are. Everybody's gonna know their names.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Spreading the news now, baby.
That sounds like fun. We could maybe get Zen Wushu to stage the videos for them.
Oh, yes. The only thing that's going to be hard is that they all live all over the world, you know?
So in this day and age, you can do anything from anywhere.
Right, but I got to get a choreographer to be able to work with them.
I'm banned from the United States, but I spend 2 hours a day
hanging out with us
in their airwaves. So anything's possible.
Right. So, yeah. So we're looking for a choreographer who's willing to donate some time for us to help the boys learn some dance moves. We're looking for voice coaches to help with voice singing. We have the song, I think, pretty much wrapped up and written already. I love it. It came out great. So we have to break it down into who's going to be singing what parts. And then we're on our way. We're going to make it amazing. Nice. It's going to be great. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm very excited. And then I'm going to talk to Jag, the Apostle, and see if we can get him signed with Calligraphy. And like I said, by next year, I'm hoping they're opening at OVDJ.
The Calligraphy Spectrum.
The Spectrum by Calligraphy.
Who came up with the name?
We worked on it for a while, a bunch of us in the room on the show last night. Yeah, we went through a bunch of different names.
Secret ballot, or
no? We kind of just said what
voting.
They didn't have any choice.
Didn't have any choice.
No, we basically said if you want to be a part of this, this is the name of the band. and believe it or not, they all said, "Okay, we love it."
Nice.
So I love it. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be huge. Woo woo! The Spectrum, and the first song is already a weed-oriented song.
Is there any other kind?
No. And then they're going to be playing it here on WTHC. You're going to be able to
hear it. Not for this station.
Every day you'll be able to hear it right here on WTHC radio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I'm very, very
once an hour, because that's as often as Hippie's allowed to play a specific artist.
Right.
Yeah, once an hour.
We got to do a commercial.
Now you're going to have to record more songs.
We'll be right back after these commercial breaks. We're hanging with Da.Hippie and Doktor High on the Cannabis Chronicles. Shout out to all of our friends and family over on CBGTV. Peace.
Have you ever pondered cannabis beyond the haze? Would you like to know more about this incredible plant? Dive into DrHigh.com. Unlock medical wonders, master home-based crafts, and debunk myths. Do you support our mission? Shop Dr. High AI Haze on Etsy for cannabis-themed clothing, mugs, and digital downloads using original AI cannabis art. Hell, we might even have some psychedelic mushroom items there too. We also have 25 books on cannabis and specific medical conditions available at Dr. High on Amazon.com. DrHigh.com, cannabis information, education, and advocacy.
Announcing CBGTV's Bud Break book. Get your copy now. Detailed strain reviews. Every purchase supports the ongoing efforts of CBGTV. Available from Amazon and at cbgtv.com or scan the QR code.
Say bye-bye to bottled water. Holistic Health Water has certified medical-grade water ionizers that make 7 types of water, including healthy alkaline. There's a 5-micron filter that lasts up to a year, and each machine lasts 25 to 30 years. Simply attach to your faucet or install under your sink. Even get a mineral spa unit for your shower. Go to ownyourwater.org to get a free ebook. Plus, pay for any machine in full and get an extra filter free. Change your water and change your life. Ownyourwater.org.
Discover the natural path to wellness at Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Herbs?
With a passion for holistic health, we are your trusted source for premium herbs and concentrates.
Wait a minute, do they have weed?
Our dedicated team is here to guide you on your wellness journey. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 10, ensuring you have access to what you need when you need it most. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates is located
at pot
2941 Highway 11, Burnt Church, New Brunswick, Canada. If you need assistance anytime,
I need assistance. I need weed.
Just call 506-871-4299. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Where all the potheads go.
WTHC. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in. You're hanging at the Cannabis Chronicles. We're live on CBG TV. We're here on Facebook and YouTube. Well, I want to thank everybody out there for being here. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Don't forget, if you're up in that Burnt Church, New Brunswick, Canada area, head on over to Tailored Herbs and Concentrates and get yourself a free pre-roll. That's right. I said it, a free pre-roll. All you have to do is walk in and say, hey, the hippie sent me, and the strain of the day is Doktor High.
Super Lemon Haze.
Stone bastard. You just said it was your favorite.
It is. I just lost my train of thought for a second. But
Super Lemon Haze.
Super Lemon Haze.
Right. Super Lemon Haze. Walk in, say the word Super Lemon Haze.
That's
say hello
right.
to our friend Pothead up there. Tell her I love her. Mwah, Pothead, you're so beautiful. Go in there and tell her that we love her and Super Lemon Haze, and you're getting a free pre-roll. Just got to pay attention to WTHC radio every day, and you can get a free pre-roll every day up there in Burnt Church.
That's funny.
Yeah. Say hi to everybody up there, Damien and Zoe, and I think they're hiring a couple new people as well.
When are we ever going to get the owner on with us?
Very soon, I heard. Very, very soon. Pothead was actually supposed to join us this evening, but we double booked, so she was graciously happy to back out because she didn't want to do it in the first place. But we were going to talk about them being a sponsor, because Envy and I were going to have her on because they're a wonderful sponsor. I love them. They're so nice to us. They're so wonderful, So big shout out.
And the fact that they're giving away that pre-roll every day
that's amazing. That's just absolutely amazing. All my sponsors are fucking amazing. I love them all. They've been here. A lot of them have been here since day one, and I can't thank them enough, And even the ones that are newer, God bless you, and I love you. You guys are the ones that are keeping this shit going, and I appreciate you. Absolutely. And all the new DJs, and even that Beaner guy down there. He doesn't think
what guy?
That Beaner.
That Beaner guy.
Yeah, see, that's what gets us in trouble.
Why?
Because I'm not allowed to call him a Beaner.
Why is that?
That's because it's a Spanish word, derogatory term.
Oh.
Didn't we discuss this already, Dr. High? Are you that stoned?
Well, you didn't tell me who it was in relationship to.
Beaner. His last name is Beaner. Facebook keeps writing everybody up and flagging them because they write out Beaner in the chat, and then they get in trouble.
Well, couldn't that just be somebody who farts a lot or something?
Right. But no, they think that we're calling somebody a derogatory term, and he's ornery. He is very ornery because it's his last name, and he
Who's
feels
ornery? Beaner's ornery?
Beaner is ornery. I'm going to have to change it
Beaner.
I think I'm going to have to
be ornery, Beaner.
It's a wiener. It's going to have to be Wiener. No, he says. No.
Well, they do rhyme.
Right. It has to either we we fight the law, and we fight until we get kicked off of Facebook, which is not something I'm interested in because this is pretty much my career.
This is pretty much our lives.
Everything we do. So that's not a good thing. So we have to stop saying beaner. So it's going to have to be fucking dumbass or wiener.
That's funny stuff. What have we gotten ourselves into?
Happy 420, everybody. Walk right through it again, damn it.
Heat squad.
Down by the swamp where I was raised, popping Cap City back, listening to the guitar play. The shade of blues unknown by a few, it rings inside of my head like they always do. Hype is filled, reality's cute, everything comes in twos, yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh on the brain is a habit strain. Smoke Lord, smiling rain. Yeah. Known on the plane as Miss Mary Jane. She'll get you every time. Between the lines, smoke, it rises to the top. I can't breathe, my brain is fried. I guess I'll cough till I stop. Human haze in a mental daze, down by the swamp where I was raised. I'm popping chapstick back, listening to the guitar. Of the coloring books inside my head, beyond the shadow of a doubt, I can't remember what the fuck I said. Ooh, but in the middle between the lines, smoke, it rises to the top.
Lori's taking shots in the chat.
Breathe, my brain is fried. I guess I'll cough till I stop. Down by the swamp where I was raised, I'm popping caps in the back, listening to the guitar play. Yeah, the shade of blues unknown by a few, it rings inside of my head like they always do. Your pipe is filled, reality's cute,
As my good friend Kyle once said, shit happens.
Yeah, and usually at the most inappropriate of times.
Right. That's what happened to my buddy Kyle. Anyway,
Yeah.
that was our friend Seed Squatch. Everybody should go look him up. He is an amazing artist. He's got a lot of great shit, a lot of great songs. You guys go check him out. He's on all the platforms under the word Seed Squatch. Seed Squatch. Absolutely. Find him. He's amazing. Anyway, hi, what's going on, bro?
Not too much.
Got any stories, or you want to play a game? What do you want to do?
Well, I thought today I would pull up some world records in cannabis.
Speaking of that, I wonder if our friend Dumbass down here ever found out if Bonsai was in the record book, because they were the only band performing during COVID at that time. And I don't know how
the only band doing
live
Bushman Bob's back. I wanted to know about his comment earlier about being right about all the different THCs. If you can pop that into the comment, I'd like to understand that.
Right, yeah, we were a little confused by your last comment now that you mention it. Yes, Bushman Bob.
Yeah, that's it. So, where was the world's largest cannabis plantation? What's the world record holder for a cannabis plantation? THCP, HHA, HHC, hexahydrochloride, D9, D8, THCA, etc. Yep. Well, most of them are synthetics, or not synthetic, but chemically manipulated. But yeah,
manipulated drugs.
That's what we're speaking with Anna.
Anna, yeah.
So, where do you think the largest cannabis cultivation plantation is in the world?
Where would I think? I would have to think somewhere in like Jamaica. Yeah, that's what I want to
say. Well, not Jamaica. It's actually someplace quite surprising to me. And if Raggy can get himself a good ski mask and some dark clothes, he can head out to Wiltshire. Wiltshire in the United Kingdom.
Don't give Raggy no ideas, man. He's done it before. He'll do it again.
Yeah. This was a massive plantation that was discovered by the police in an unused underground bunker. So
it's
they
gone
had
now, High. Too little, too late. I said it's gone now. It's too little, too late, bro. Raggy, don't even waste your time, man. High's giving you false information.
Well, probably some action still around town.
They'll bust you for walking up. They'll be like, "You were in on this shit."
Damn.
What?
The sun is bright all of a sudden.
I was gonna say, did you fart or something? You were like, "Damn."
No, it's weird.
I can't stand that smell.
It's like it's getting later in the day now, so the sun has just dropped below the lip of my upstairs neighbor balcony.
You got to put some shades up, bruh.
Yeah. Well, I got curtains here, but they're just like shears, you know.
Corinne said India.
Yeah.
Good guess. I might have thought about that. I didn't think about that before.
Well, the world's largest producer of cannabis is actually Afghanistan, which is where they produce the most.
They got to be right up there with the hash as well, no? Wouldn't they be one of the largest?
Yeah, I would think. Well, probably a lot of the cannabis production goes to the manufacturer of hashish.
So why are we always blowing
up? It takes a lot.
What the fuck? Why are we always blowing them shits up all the time, man? They got all the good shit.
Well, really, you got to think to make a pound of hash probably takes, a minimum of 5 pounds of cannabis, a minimum, and up from there. And that's if you're at 20%. If you're able to recover 20% of the trichome, 5 pounds to make one, right?
Right.
So a lot of work.
Our friend Kelly got some new flower. It's very Yeah, it's very nice. It came from a new dispensary, if you know what I mean, our friend,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's very, very sticky stuff. And
Okay.
I was trying to explain it, and you could tell us a little bit about it if you want. About
You turned her on to your new dispensary?
yes, and she's got something like finger hash. I would think every time you start breaking up a big bud, it just gets all sticky like that. And I'd like you to explain to everybody about finger hash like that, because some people don't recognize that that's good stuff.
Oh yeah, it's some of the best stuff. You know what I mean? Charas, they call that. In Jamaica, the dreads will go into the fields and they'll take the buds on the plant between their two hands and gently just rub up the bud, rub up the bud, rub up the bud, and then they'll scrape all the resin from their palms and they'll make the Jamaican gum. They'll call that Jamaican sensi gum. And I'll tell you, it's a lot of times it's almost red in color. Like it's dark on the outside, but when you break it up, it's almost red. And it has this distinct sizzle to it. Like if you're smoking Jamaican gum in a joint, you hold it up close to your ear, you can actually hear a little bit of a sizzle in there.
But now listen, let me explain now that this is basically the same thing, but just in a very small amount, right? When you're getting it off your fingers.
Yeah, same idea. Same thing like when you're trimming, right? Your scissors get coated. Like when I trim, I need to have at least 2 pairs of scissors, and I'm happier if I have 3 or 4.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
We should maybe we have a guest tomorrow, Dr. High. Do we have a guest here tomorrow?
Nope, not as far as I know.
I don't know what the schedule is, but maybe we can talk to or have our friend Seed Squatch back on, because I know that him and his friend have been sitting down and doing some trimming just recently, and maybe we can have a talk with them about that.
What, like a trim party?
Yeah, we'll have like a little trim party, except for just him and one other person.
I'd love to be doing that. I actually really enjoy trimming. A lot of people don't like it, but me personally, I can get right into the zone. You know what I mean? As long as the music is right. If I got the right kind of music, if I had WTHC radio on in the background,
you heard that here first.
I could sit down and just trim all day, every day. Eventually, give me 2 weeks of solid trimming, and I want to break for a little bit. But I love it. I just love it.
Not from the music, just from the trimming.
Yeah, just from the trimming. Yeah.
Garrett, did you get that sound bit? Can you please tell everybody, Dr. High, that I did not pay you to say that?
Nobody paid me to say that. I actually got somewhere around here special glasses I use when I trim. And they're like magnifying glasses, but they go on your face like normal glasses, and they have the bright LED lights right in the side. So when I'm trimming, it magnifies everything, and then the light's right there, so I can see it nice. And
now, let me ask you a question.
Love it.
I've gotten some new flour, and I'm loving the fact that it has like 1 seed per.
Yeah, you were telling me. Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to my friend, and him and another friend were talking. Actually, it was Envy and Seed Squatch were discussing this. And some of the best fruits are grown with seeds. And so I feel, and they were discussing, not me. I wasn't involved. I'm sorry. They just, Envy told me about it. We were discussing something later, and it came up in a discussion. But they were saying they feel as though like flour, if it doesn't have seeds in it, then it's not your quality bud. Like it's got to have at least 1 or 2, because like seeds are the fruit of the fruit.
Well, that's it. But that requires a bit of pollen. 1 or 2. Then that's just maybe like a touch of, I don't know why, just get pollen on 1 bud, or on 1 hair even. You know what I mean? To do that, but yeah, I mean, seed is important. Even when you're cultivating, you eventually have to go back to seed. You can't just take 1 plant, like the plant you have there. You can't cut clones off that for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? Eventually, you'll weaken that genetic, and it'll start to go all weird. So you might get 5, 6 cuts, out of a genetic like that before you weaken it, and then you got to go back to seed anyway. And from seed, you get something like what they call a seed vigor. Plants that start as seeds are stronger generally than plants that start as clone. And I think it's probably because the seed has to do more work to
create life,
come into existence. Yeah,
create life. Yeah,
exactly. Like, it's tougher, right? They got to break through the shell. They got to
bigger battle.
I just think I think it just kind of creates
stronger plant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm up to like 10, I think now, 10 seeds. So I'm going to have my batch for, because I'm still got plenty for the next couple weeks.
See, now you were talking about how you got such a good deal at the dispensary. And now that you pulled 10 seeds out, the deal's just gotten better. And the more seeds you pull out, the better it gets, because 10 seeds would cost you $150 anywhere.
Yeah. And this is,
what I mean?
Quality. This is candied runts or something like that. Yeah. Some candied runts.
You're going to have to put a seed bounty on him, Seed Squatch. Every seed he finds, you're going to have to upcharge.
No, don't listen to him. I haven't found any seeds. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
very depressed. Very depressed. No seeds.
None.
Damn it.
Lori said she's going to have some finger hash soon.
I think she meant to have her finger in her ass soon.
Well, it kind of looked like finger hash.
No, she needs to boof. Lori is a perfect candidate for boofing. Lori, I think you and I, we're going to have a show where you'll come up here and you'll have Dr. High boof you, and I'll have Dumbass boof me, and we're going to get high together.
Well, at least I got a female to boof.
Yeah. Dumbass has got to boof my ass.
Well, it'll have to be long distance, all the way from Canada to West Virginia.
Yep. All right, so me and Lori are going to
take a really long straw.
We're going to boof ourselves one morning on the air here. You're going to get
we go.
First-hand view of my big ass as I stick a... No, we're on TV, Dr. High. Don't let me get this way.
You're horrible, but I got to let you go sometimes. I just got to let you roll,
If I don't, I blow up. I get angry.
Well, you got to learn the boundaries for yourself. I can't teach those to you, so...
Oh, you got to let me know when Al calls and says, "Hey, yo, you got to shut that puppet up, man."
So far, so good.
All right, good.
So far, so good. I haven't heard anything bad from Al, so we're okay so far.
All right, but is he not calling you? Because that could be bad too.
Well, that could be it too, but we do message back and forth here and there.
All right, because he could be like trying to figure out a way to get us to get these two idiots off the air. How am I going to do this? What did I get myself into?
Hard to say. But anyway, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, right? Because we are trying to talk about this topic for 10 hours a week. Not always easy, right? I mean, for the first little while, it's easy, but as it goes on, it gets tougher and tougher because where do you go, right?
Right. Well, no, I mean, I could talk about it for days. It's my favorite thing in the whole world.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like an open book right now, except for I have no. There's an eraser that follows right behind it and erases everything you say. But I'm trying to learn the shit, but it just goes in one ear and goes right out the other.
So, what are some of the most expensive strains of cannabis in the world?
I would have to say.
What kind of money do you think it'll cost you to get an ounce of it?
I'm gonna say Afghani Kush, and it's $400 an ounce.
Well, there are a couple strains. One is called the Oracle, and the other is Loud Dream. And they can go up into several thousands of dollars for an ounce, depending on how rare the harvest and what kind of numbers of THC are coming out of them. But can you imagine?
What?
Yeah.
I'd rather smoke ghetto crack off the floor over here that I've been dropping because I got so much.
Well, what's the most expensive joint ever sold?
Most expensive joint, $100,000.
24.
$24,000
$24,000
to Snoop.
So it was a joint. It was actually auctioned, either in California or Vegas. I don't remember, but this joint was rolled with different concentrates, a pound and a quarter of weed in a 24 karat gold shine rolling paper.
Wow.
Yeah, a big boy. 24,000 that was auctioned off at.
Nice.
Pretty incredible, eh?
Do you think they smoked it, or is it up on the shelf?
Well, I imagine if you spend 24,000 on a joint, you're probably going to want to smoke it with your friends.
No.
Have you ever seen shine papers?
No.
24 karat gold rolling paper. We used to sell them.
Sounds very interesting, except for all the chemicals that must be involved.
Well, it's just gold.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to smoke some gold.
I tell you, we used to sell a lot of them.
I've been looking forward to the day that I got to smoke some gold, man.
Yep, they come in pre-rolled cones. They come in like a wrap. I've got different ways that you get them, but the shine papers,
but
we sold a lot. And they were about.
Dude, isn't there like a whole thing about rolling papers and like if the ash is a certain color, then it's loaded with like chemicals and shit, and if you got like a whiter ash, then it's more pure.
Well, the whiter the ash is what you're always after, right?
Right. So
all the way through.
Gold. What color is your ash? Like a cigar ash?
It's actually pretty white because I've smoked on shines, and it comes. It's a very, very light gray.
I don't know. If I want. I barely like smoking out of a rolling paper because like I'm looking to get in. I see Squatch smoking them cigar blunt thingies that he grows over there.
That's because he's growing his own tobacco to do it. So
I'm contemplating doing the same. He said he can get me some seeds for the tobacco leaves, and they can grow anywhere. And so I'm gonna grow a little field of it myself over here and learn.
I'd love to take those and spray them with like those leaves as they're curing with a little bit of honey and a nice cognac mixed together. Just mist it onto the leaves so that you can infuse that flavor into them.
Give you a little stickiness to help it stay together, with that cognac.
Do you guys have backwoods in the States?
Oh yeah. That's what absolutely.
Yeah.
I used to be a cigar connoisseur. Well, not really.
Well, that's what's used a lot here for rolling blunts or backwoods.
Yeah, no, I smoked Black and Milds for about a year trying to quit cigarettes, but it didn't work. Next thing I know, I was inhaling Black and Milds, and I was like, "Yeah, this is
kind of defeats the purpose, eh?"
This is working well, yeah.
Yeah, that's too much.
Anyway, what do you roll your blunts with?
I don't roll blunts.
What?
No.
Me either.
No, I smoke 1 1/4. That's it. I use a 1 1/4 rolling paper. I always use raw black. I buy them by the box.
Raw black? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Organic, unbleached.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's the shit. Yeah.
Those are my favorite papers. I was a zigzag white guy forever. I smoked on zigzag whites for the first.
I have a hard time getting away from my easy wide or ultralights.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like the brand loyalty to products like that, right? Like I think I only switched to raws probably at the most a dozen years ago.
Yeah. I've been trying to switch over to raws, but the ones that my son gave me, they're too long and too skinny, and I can't fit the right amount of weed in there, and then I feel like they have a weird feeling to them. They don't roll like they should.
I find 1 1/4 are perfect because you can roll a 1 gram joint.
Right, that's what I think I need is the 1 1/4, and they're a little thicker than the one. Yeah, I agree. All right.
Yeah, king size are too big for me, but 1 1/4 is perfect.
Yeah, I really enjoy the Randy's though. I'm still a big fan of Randy's with the joint roach clip right in it
with the wire. Yeah. Randy's wired.
I always liked them. They were easy to get. Nice roll. You get that first flip. That first flip was always an easy flip because you had that wire there.
Yeah, you got the wire,
and then you had the roach clip as well. Go for it, dumbass.
Badger Heart Puppetry. Badger Heart Puppetry. Badger Heart Puppetry. If you need some kick-ass puppets, contact Thorge at 1-636-234-1535. He has all your puppet needs. He can fix puppets, build puppets, custom-made puppets. He has puppets off the rack for cheap prices. Contact Thorge today at 1-636-234-1535 or on TikTok or Facebook at Badger Heart Puppetry. He also makes LARPing items too.
Are you in the Ellensville or Middletown, New York area? Revamp your space with Collins Paints Ltd. Ugly walls? Let Collins Paints Ltd. add a splash of color to your world. Collins Painting is a veteran-owned and operated business. They can transform your space to whatever your heart desires. Say goodbye to the boring beige and hello to possibilities of bright and vibrant colors. The Collins Painting team are a group of skilled professional painters who will turn your vision into reality. Call Collins Paint Ltd. today to get a fast and easy quote. Available Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call them at 845-869-8176.
Hey, Mrs. Hippie, why don't we take a ride to Dauphin, PA today?
Dauphin? What's in Dauphin?
Bella's Badass Crystals.
Oh, but I thought you hang out with them on Facebook and on TikTok.
That's only on Mondays, Tuesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Today I want to go there and pick up all my great finds.
That sounds like a great road trip. That's Bella's Badass Crystals on TikTok and Facebook, but you can also find them on the top of the mountain in Dauphin, PA.
They are badass.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you looking to have some crocheted made by hand stuff like your Grammy used to do for you? Then you need to check out You Have Me Hooked 23 on Etsy and TikTok. Vern can do what you need. She crochets hats, she crochets animals, everything, anything you may need. She also makes vinyl stickers, banners for your business. Anything that you might want that she can do, she can definitely do it for you. Want an I Hate My Ex sticker? She's got you covered. Anything, and I mean anything that you may need. She has cheap and reasonable prices. Check her out. You Have Me Hooked 23 on Etsy and TikTok.
WTHC, we're back. Welcome, everybody. You're hanging on the Cannabis Chronicles. I'm the hippie. This is Dr. High. I'm not sure why I'm glitching out so bad, but I'll catch up here. I look like a fool on camera. Oh, my goodness. So embarrassed. Dr. High, take over.
When's Thanksgiving for you guys?
I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention. I guess Thursday maybe, or next week Thursday. It's coming.
Is it?
Any day now.
Any day now. Any day now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know why I'm glitching out, Garrett. That's better. Thank you. It's much better.
Can't say.
He's always.
I'm blinded by the light.
Is that killing you today?
Oh my God. Well, it's been cloudy a lot lately. And then, but today, and now with the time difference, the sun has dropped below the lip of my upstairs person's balcony. Yeah. So it's just firing right in the window. Like we had to put blackout curtains across this one side of the apartment because the sun in the afternoon can heat this place up by 4 or 5 degrees in 2 hours.
Wow.
You know?
Troyland says the 23rd. The 23rd is, so that's next week, next Thursday.
What's today?
What? Thursday. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if today was Thanksgiving for you guys, but I figured since nobody brought it up, it wasn't.
No, next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
A week from today. Woo woo.
Nice.
We started playing our Christmas music over here on WTHC Radio. Please tune in.
Well, that's what I've been getting ready the last couple of days. I have some Christmas ads coming out.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, they'll be fun. Some cool music, and I just enjoy it. I get caught into it for hours.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh yeah, no, I get caught into the creation process absolutely for hours.
Yeah,
every day I'm on this thing early.
Yeah. Fuck! I just had something I wanted to say, and now it's gone.
I don't know.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
It's okay. Sorry. Say that again.
Sorry.
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 Sorry. Sorry, eh?
It's very too Canadian.
Sorry. I never heard you say it that way. Sorry. Anyway, speaking of Canadian, tailored herbs and concentrates, today's phrase that
super lemon haze.
Strain in the day is super lemon haze. Super
That's
lemon
it.
haze. Very, very excited. Go on over there and get your free pre-roll. That's right. Sounds like Story.
Yep.
Oh, Story.
Do you ever watch UFC, Hippie?
Oh, all the time. Not lately.
You ever watch the fights?
I try to watch. I try to watch it as often as I can. Not as much as lately as I used to, but yes, I try to keep up with it.
Yeah, I got hooked on that shit when it first came out because a guy I went to high school with fought in the first, not the first one, but UFC 2 and UFC 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he fought in there, but I just watched the other one. I just watched the most recent one from Saturday.
I heard it
Old
was
Donald Trump hanging out with Kid Rock, sitting in the front row at the table at ringside.
I didn't see that. I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
Well, I tell you what, like, if I had paid to go see those fights, you didn't get your money's worth, because out of, I think, 5 fights or 6 fights, only one went beyond the first round.
Oh, really?
And it was the girls.
Yeah.
Oh, they are wicked, the girls. They're incredible to watch.
They beat the hell out of each other, man. I don't know how they
so
do
tough.
it. So violent.
Yeah, they really are, but it's incredible, eh?
My goodness. I watched this one girl break another girl's arm and laugh about it. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, my wife happened to walk in at one point during the fight, and one guy had the other guy in kind of a headlock, but underneath his neck, and his head was here, and it looked like he was going to snap that guy's neck. Like, it was unbelievable. My wife's going, oh, my God, he's going to break his neck. He's going to break his neck. You know? Didn't happen, but.
Oh, my goodness. It's crazy. It gets you so riled up. It gets me, like, fired up. I'm like, yeah, I'm screaming at the TV. 1 o'clock in the morning, my wife's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, oh, it's fight. They're beating the hell out of each other. I'm like, yes, this is amazing.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it.
You think they use THC?
I love it. So, you know what's kind of crazy is I was looking around at things today. I came across something about North Korea because I was looking for some weird cannabis laws that we could make fun of. You know what I mean? That we could laugh about. And do you know North Korea has no clear law when it comes to cannabis? You know, it's a country that's so strict it has severe punishment, but cannabis isn't even classified as a drug there.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that something? Very strange. You know? Very strange.
Yeah. We might have to invest in North Korea marijuana growing.
That's right. Go over and hang around with Kim Jong-il.
Yeah.
See, we really think that what they're testing is rockets for intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Right, but
they're just looking for a new way to light really big joints.
Right. They're just smoking big.
You know?
Right.
So another one I came across that was kind of crazy was Amsterdam. So the Netherlands has what they call a backdoor policy. And it's not boofing, although I know that's the first thing that popped in your mind. But
hi, Sean.
So, you know, it's kind of weird, but, you know, we got all the cafes in Amsterdam, right? All the weed and everything.
My buddy,
and
a friend of mine lives there.
Well, cannabis cafes in the Netherlands can sell cannabis, but they can't buy it.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, they can't legally buy it, which is kind of crazy. Like, how does that work? When you write a law like that,
they have to grow their own.
But that's really crazy. I don't know where
They changed a lot of rules over there too. My buddy used to be able to smoke weed right in the bar and stuff, and now they have to take them outside. They have to go outside and smoke their doobies. Yeah, he was very angry about that. He can go in and roll the doobie at the bar, but then he has to leave and go outside and smoke it. Then he can come back in.
It's the demonization of smoking, period, right? And that's why the laws are like they are, because you can't smoke anywhere anymore, and they equate it to tobacco.
Right, the conspiracy theory about secondhand smoke, right?
It really is. So, anyway, everybody out there, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate your time.
I wasn't done.
And your interaction. Well, we're 56, so we're pretty close to being done.
I'm just kidding, buddy. Yes, I was going to say the same thing. Thank you all so very much for hanging with us. We love you so very much. Dr. High, I'm glad you're starting to feel better. You're looking better. You're starting to get some color back. That's amazing. Everybody out there on Facebook and YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends to come hang out. If you got questions, we're here. We're here for you. Anything with marijuana or medicine related, we can help you. Dr. High is the dude.
Yep.
He's the shit. You smell something funny? That's Dr. High, because he's the shit.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. He's the shit. All right. Anyway, let's keep it going on the radio. You guys have a great day over here on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so very much. Run it, Garrett.
Everyone answers on the positive.